All right, they are finally here, so let's go ahead and unbox the AirPods Pro. Actually, psych, I've had one in my ear ever since I got my hands on these, but I do want to give a little bit of information as to what you can expect from this brand new pair of AirPods, of course made by Apple. So let's go ahead and unbox these. I'll give you some first impressions, and let's talk a little bit about these truly wireless ANC or active noise cancellation earbuds. There is one thing that I want to highlight about the unboxing experience right off the bat. These AirPods Pro come with a little bit of a bonus, and that is the Type-C to Lightning cable that you can use for fast charging on both the phone and of course the AirPods themselves. I don't know, it's just kind of nice to be able to get another cable like this because you only get one in the box with your iPhone, and then once you get an audio accessory for it, you get another one too, so I like that. And then the other accessories include the other ear tips that you can put onto the AirPod units themselves. Now these are a little bit different than your conventional truly wireless earbuds, mainly because Apple put a little bit of extra thought into these and made them snap onto the unit rather than just slide onto the drivers. This might mean that the ear tips are a little bit more secure than your average truly wireless earbud, but we'll see what happens over time. Now, as far as the case is concerned, you do get a bigger case this time, but then again, the earphones themselves are a little bit different in design. It's still all white, this glossy white. I mean, I guess that's basically what Apple's going for these days. But also you still keep that lightning port on the bottom. And on the back, there's still one button that you can use to pair this to any other smartphone. It doesn't necessarily have to be paired to an iPhone. Just hold that button on the back and it will pair to even an Android phone or a PC or a laptop, just the way you would pair any other Bluetooth accessory. But we're focusing on the pairing process for an iPhone. So just like with the original AirPods, you just open up the case and your iPhone will detect that the AirPods Pro are nearby and give you a look at the charging state. Now, as you can see here, I have been using the right earbud already pretty much all day, pretty much ever since I got these earbuds. I can actually give a quick mention about the comfort of these. Since there's a portion of the earbud that now goes further into your ear canal, they do feel much more secure. There is something that I did like about the original AirPods, even if I wasn't the biggest fan of their sound. They were the easiest earbud to actually fall asleep with still in your ear. They're still fairly comfortable, especially if you sleep with like your arm up to your head. But if you push down on a pillow with the AirPod in your ear, you are going to feel it. The earbuds themselves still have that stem, but it's not as egregious as before. It doesn't really look like toothbrush heads going into your ear anymore. Instead, it just looks like it's a tiny bit of the earbud that has to come out for the microphones and also for the controls. There's no more tapping on the earbud anymore. Instead, you're going to just squeeze on the stem, and if you do a quick squeeze, then it will be play pause, and if you hold on that stem, then you can trigger a number of different functions. If you want to change what those squeezes do, then you just get into the Bluetooth settings and you can hit the eye over on the side and you get all of the options for the AirPods Pro. Noise control and noise cancellation is the marquee feature of the AirPods Pro. And I gotta say, it's pretty impressive. I no longer hear the AC going, I no longer hear the hum of my laptop, and it doesn't have a full suction feel the way that competitors like Bose and Sony might have. I'm of course talking about these, the Sony WF-1000X Mark III. There's some obvious differences between these. The case for the Sonys is a lot bigger, and actually the earbud units themselves are much larger as well. Now, this is a relative thing because the units for the Sonys stick out quite a bit more. It almost looks like an original, like old school Bluetooth receiver. But then again, you still have the stem sticking out just more downward on the AirPods Pro, so I guess you can pick your poison as to what kind of look you want to have. The Sonys come with these foam tips in the box as well, so you don't have to stick to the silicone, unlike with the AirPods Pro. And honestly, when I'm shoving the Sonys into my ear, it's a little bit better because of these foam tips. And you know what? It's the seal of the Sonys that really make it satisfying from a noise cancellation standpoint. This is not a full comparison, I just wanted to show these off so that you can see a couple of differences between the AirPods Pro and its main competitor in the ANC truly wireless earbud space. Obviously part of that is going to come down to price point, and the Sonys have been out for a little while now, so they are actually down maybe $20, $30 in many places. They've been out for a while, but the AirPods Pro just came out and they come in at $249. What I tend to do more often is hit the transparency mode, and the reason why is because I still want to have environmental awareness while having my media playing at around 50%. That way I'm basically emulating having something playing in my environment around me, so I can still focus on what's in front of me, I'm not immersed into my media so much that I lose focus, and I'm able to still hear people around me if they need to talk to me. Under that, you have press and hold AirPods. This is where squeezing the stem can actually change things up. So for both of them, I just have noise control, but the other feature is to actually trigger Siri. And then there's kind of a fun thing here where you have the ear tip fit test. So when you're picking from the 3 different sizes of the ear tips, this is one way to test if you have a proper seal, so you can have the best sound experience coming from the AirPods Pro. It plays a song. That song is actually recognizable. I think it's Tycho, Awake. And that song plays and the AirPods will tell you by themselves if your seal is pretty good for the sound. So that is a first look, kind of a preliminary look at the AirPods Pro as I've been using them, well, the right earbud anyway, the most over the last 24 or so hours. We're going to bring you a full review. That's going to be Jaime Rivera who brings you the full review on these, but I wanted to give you a first look and just some preliminary thoughts. Let's go ahead and pass the question off to all of you. How do you feel about the AirPods Pro so far? Did you get one? Did you not get one yet? Because I've been hearing that people's shipments are delayed somehow. But if you do have these in your ears right now and you're listening to me, let me know what you think of the sound quality, the design, just the general feel so far. I mean, these just came out, so there might be some extra testing and extra quirks that we're going to run into ahead of the full review. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and call it on this one. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the Pod Now channel if you haven't already. Look forward to the full review of these by Jaime and also by myself over at my personal channel, youtube.com/Joshua Vergara. Subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already. Consider doing so. Drop likes across all of our videos and get into the discussion in the comment sections down below. And with that, I'm going to call it on this one, and we will see you in our next video. Speaking of the next video, I'm going to go ahead and get back to listening to some stuff. Get back on YouTube.